All right, what is up with y'all boys, man? Look, we have a little video. It's kind of it might be a short one. This gonna be a little shorter one. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shit, fuck it. Let's get into it. So first, the Wolverine game coming out, and also we getting news about like the X-Men recast and stuff like that into after Secret Wars, right? And I want to touch on this one specific topic. I have a video right here. We're gonna react to it. We're gonna watch it. And yeah, let's get into it, bro. Should Wolverine be recast? We gonna react to it. We gonna watch it, bro.
Or does it grow back? Wolverine's casting for post-Secret Wars is one of like the weirdest debates that people get into because for me, I feel like there is one definitive answer for what you do. And honestly, I can't even really stand this debate because I think it's dumb. So the debate
I can't stand this debate either.
is basically like,
or at least any recast.
should Wolverine even be recast because of Hugh Jackman's performance as Wolverine? Like Wolverine and Hugh Jackman are like one and one synonymous with one another. So lots of people think they shouldn't even recast Wolverine. They should just not have a new Logan specifically. And to add on to that, the way that people want this to go is that Laura Kinney, X-23, just becomes the new Wolverine played by Daphne Keane. She's already in kind of the age range of that new X-Men roughly, maybe like slightly younger. And honestly, with Adam Driver playing Mr. Sinister, I know they were going to set up like SX Core or whatever the fuck, like, or were the ones that like cloned Wolverine. They could just say that, I don't know. But I think people cling on to Hugh Jackman as Wolverine way too much. I think
so too.
do. The only way I was going to accept Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine after Logan was to see him in a yellow suit with the mask, which I got in Deadpool Wolverine, so I'm happy. Yeah, I don't need to see him after Secret Wars. And I'm totally fine with a new Wolverine. This is where it pisses me off. Hugh Jackman is a good Wolverine. Don't get me wrong. I like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. This is a character I grew up with, dude. But this is the perfect chance to get that smelly, rage, manlet monster Wolverine. One that could look like could actually be in a fucking fastball special, getting thrown up into the air. A Wolverine that looks like Denial is constantly playing in the background and he's always on some bullshit-ass side quest, okay? Like, why would we miss out on that? Don't get me wrong. That's not to say that X-23 Logan. People hold on to castings way too much of a certain character and they basically just associate a character with an actor, and I think that's bad. When it's like, look at the Spider-Man actors.
Very true.
I think it's common consensus that they're all good. I've always said, no matter how you rank the Spider-Man actors, I can respect it in some way because they're all good in their own way. So it's like the same thing. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is good. Great even. But why is that character forever tied to him? I feel like that's disrespectful to the character in general. If I'm being honest, I feel like the Wolverine game will help with this like narrative that I'm talking about. Because this is kind of like the first hyper-realistic version of the character that we're seeing other than Hugh Jackman. Like you get to see an actor's performance through the game. Like the only thing holding it back is that it's not technically like live action, but in a way, because of how like gaming works, it kind of is, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? And it might convince people that, yeah, like Hugh Jackman does not have to be the only actor that can play Wolverine well. I just think it's weird that people connect an actor to a character like way too much. People do the same thing with RDJ as Iron Man and Chris Evans as Captain America. Like you're only doing that because their live action debuts happen to be in the 2000s, in the superhero boom. If Wolverine was in the same spot as someone like Superman, for example, where their live action debuts have existed since like fucking like decades and decades and decades ago, nobody would care. It's only because Fox chose to never recast Wolverine, and now we're in a position where we can, and I think we should. Like, I want to see a new Wolverine. Why would I not? Like, what? Especially with this new, younger X-Men team. Like, come on, bro. Is Wolverine...
Now, the main reason I made this video, the main reason I played this specific video, because I think this is really true. Number one, yes, I do think that Wolverine should be recasted. Main reasons because number one, don't get me wrong, like what Jordan said. By the way, I fuck with his content. Don't get me wrong, Hugh Jackman was a great, currently a great, really great Wolverine. You know what I mean? And plus Hugh Jackman played Wolverine for over 20 years now. 2017 was supposed to be his last Wolverine movie, and that did really well. It was a damn near a perfect send off to the character, to the character and the actor and stuff like that. Perfect send off. But now since Deadpool Wolverine came out and Hugh Jackman was going to be in the suit, in the yellow and blue iconic suit, that it's like Jordan said, I was here for. I was like, okay, he in the news, he is in the yellow suit, not in the all black spandex. It was all black leather from the early 2000s X-Men movies. But it also, another thing is that when what was it, like 20 minutes or 15 minutes game footage of the Wolverine game came out with PlayStation, like the PlayStation Showcase shit, people was saying like, "Oh, he look off. This and the third, all this other junk." And me personally, I think that's because we are so used to Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, where it's like whenever we hear whenever we hear or think of Wolverine, our faces instantly goes to Hugh Jackman. Nothing wrong with that, but it's like, bro, like it's 2026, bro. It's 2026. We got to move past the actor being Wolverine. And it's like we have a chance. We like Jordan said, we have a chance to be get a comic accurate Wolverine when this whole Marvel reboot happened. We get actually get a more what was it? What is it? 5'3", 5'4" Wolverine instead of a 6'2" big guy. You know what I mean? As Wolverine, we can finally get like a comic book fastball special. You know what I mean? And all that other stuff. We can really get a Wolverine. We can finally get maybe a Hulk versus Wolverine where the Hulk is towering over Wolverine. You know, like all that stuff. And I think it's so stupid, bro. I think it's kind of stupid how we hold on to these characters, to these actors playing these characters, and it's like, bro, it's decades later, and we still holding on to this shit. You know, when I say it's stupid, I understand we all grew up on Wolverine, on Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine. I completely understand that. But times is changing, bro. Times is changing. We going on to the next era of superheroes now. In terms of Marvel, we're going to the next phase. It's gonna be a whole reboot after the Secret Wars. We gotta push on through. We gotta keep going. Um, like this is saying like he said with Tom Maguire. People say Tobey Maguire is Spider-Man when which is really not true. I mean, like I said, like he says, um, each Spider-Man was good in their own way, was great in their own way actually. But a lot of people that was born in the early 2000s or born before the early 2000s, they just grasp more to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man because whether it's nostalgia or they just nostalgia. They grew up with them and stuff like that, which is completely fine. But we gotta understand, bro. It's times changing, bro. Like times changing. I won't be mad if someone said, "Oh yeah, my favorite Spider-Man is Andrew Garfield," which is very respectful. It's like, yeah, he is a really good Spider-Man. Uh, but yeah. Anyways, that is all I had to say about the whole Wolverine. About Wolverine should be recasted. Should Wolverine not be recasted? And like Jordan said, the Wolverine game showcase that is going to showcase that really well because it shows that we don't always need Hugh Jackman to play the character. Basically, like it's okay to recast a new actor for a specific character. You know what I mean? That goes the same thing with Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, or Chris Hemsworth, all that other stuff. I don't know. I just rather. I know if there's a crazy reboot for Wolverine, I won't even mind it. Won't even mind it. And that's how I feel with David Cornsweet Superman, Henry Cavill Superman. I think David Cornsweet Superman do Superman's personality really, really well, in my opinion. That's just how I feel. I don't know if it's a hot take or not, but I will say it for you. Let y'all run with that in the comments, you know? But yeah. In my overall, what I'm trying to say is I think Wolverine should be recasted. Hugh Jackman, this man is like what in his 50s, maybe 60s or something like that. Early 60s, late 50s. And this man still playing as Wolverine. He needs to rest, bro. He was supposed to lay his head during Logan. He only came back as a different variant of Wolverine in Deadpool Wolverine. And now he's in the MCU. Like it's like damn, bro. Like the whole joke of he's gonna do this to he's 90 is actually damn near gonna be true. Damn, bro. Like this is supposed to be a joke. But nah, let me know how y'all feel down in the comments. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I love y'all and see y'all later.